just the worst. The absolute worst. Let's do this and this.
The sphere is going that way.
Let's try this.
Oh, the sphere is close today. So we're
Okay. You guys should be able to hear me and see me now. Because I got off this stupid computer with my stupid camera and my stupid video card and my stupid cables. This is my current situation. Yeah, that's what I was going through. I don't quite understand why stuff wasn't working, but now it's working. You guys should be able to see me and hear me clearly. So what I will do, I do believe I can do this, is actually join my own live. So that way at the same time, I can talk to you guys. Third time's a charm. So yeah, I even lost a subscriber about it. I don't blame him. Let's see what we got here.
Really?
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
That's pathetic.
Let's see. I just gotta cut the sound off, which I did. Perfect. Perfect. Yeah, I lose subscribers all the time. I'm not popular. And now you guys should be able to catch that message. So, anyway, Abdi, what's going on? Hey, you know what? Funny thing, Abdullahi, I'm actually going to be, well, we're stopping through Minneapolis on our way home. And for some reason, when I thought about Minneapolis, I thought about you because I know you live up in that area. But back to what I was saying before my camera decided to have an epileptic seizure and stop working. The Hotel 1000 in Seattle. Look it up. The Hotel 1000. It's an LXR resort. Oh, it don't owe me nothing. It doesn't owe me anything. Wife, does it owe you anything?
Absolutely nothing.
Here, you want to get in the frame since you're feeling cute? Hi, everyone. Okay, so let's get back to the lecture at hand here. This trip is actually a unique trip. We booked this half cash, half points, and I was not shooting for a max redemption. It was more so just the comfort of being able to do what it is that we wanted to do whenever we wanted to do it. So originally, here's a story. Now I'm going to put out a video about this, but if you have shown any patience whatsoever through all of these live nonsense that I've been doing, then you'll get it first. So we had a buy one get one for the wife's Delta Platinum card, which of course we were going to use that. It's an end-to-end trip. So we flew from South Florida all the way to the northwestern corner of the lower 48. There's no better way to use that ticket than to fly as far as possible on a round trip to get the most money out of it that you possibly can, because we don't leave money on the table. Give me that. So first of all, we got there. So now my original plan was to stay at the Thompson, which is actually in downtown Seattle. Hey, I think it's raining outside.
Finally.
Was to stay at the Thompson, which is in downtown Seattle. Now, I'm also downtown, but the Thompson, I'm trying to look out the window to see if I can point at it in its general direction, but I can't. But we have an awesome view. Oh, Abdullahi World, I'm gonna be stopping through there on my connection going back home. I appreciate the super chat, John. Thank you for the technical issues. I will be actually using that, putting that towards better video capture card than this no name Amazon piece of garbage that I brought, because I'm thinking that this is where I keep losing. So I appreciate that. John says Mrs. Money Minutes is definitely the better half.
Oh.
Yeah. Hey, you want to put them things away if you're going to be on camera? Thank you.
It's a corset. It's a shirt.
Oh, Jesus.
It looks beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh. But, yeah, I'm coming through Minnesota on my connection back. So the original plan was to stay at the Thompson, and that led to like a $1,400 cash stay just to get the Hyatt. But then I also knew I was going to be staying at the Hyatt house beforehand, since I was going to Miami. So I actually got the Explorer ticket, the Explorer thing, that free room that I got.
Mm-hmm.
So I got that already. So I didn't need the Thompson. So I realized that was going to be redundant, even though the Thompson would have put me into the 6th brand. But I managed to accomplish that anyway. So what happened was the wife had Chase points. We pooled points in our house. So we pooled the points and actually was able to, I used the FHR for the Hotel 1000, and I got the 2 queen room. So that's the standard room that's there. And just like they say, it actually, I got the upgrade, Johnny on the spot. We got there. What else? They gave us the $100 credit.
Oh, yeah.
That was the experience credit. That was through FHR. Then
The
when
$60.
you do FHR, you put your Hilton Diamond number in, and we got a $60 credit for breakfast at the all water in-house restaurant.
Delicious.
Which was fantastic. We had it delivered. Then in addition to that, because you're a Diamond member, you get $25 per person on the reservation, which gave us $50 a day. Needless to say, we had a full dinner. The wife had a beautiful steak. I had that burger. That burger's pretty good.
Burger and a drink.
We had drinks. We had all this stuff, and when we walked out of that hotel, our bill was $0. So we got the $200 credited for the FHR, and all in all, it was a good value. It was a good value. Effectively, okay, physically we spent about $500 for the night. Effectively, we were able to actually repurchase around $250 back from that. And if you watched my last live, then you saw how nice that room was. It was definitely more than a $250 room. So we were able to use the gym. We checked the place out. It was absolutely amazing. Great places, great placement, along one of the main drags. And everything was pretty much in walking distance. Mm-hmm. So that was a good look. And then, as you can see behind me, yeah, it was Big League. So that was actually a cash stay, but we didn't pay as much cash as we were supposed to. So now here where the points come in. So for 4 days, right? 4 days we're staying here?
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 5.
No, here at the Grand Hyatt.
Oh, 4.
4, right? So for 4 days, and by the way, the Hyatt house stay before we got here, that was all points. So that was free. And
it
was a wild thing. They upgraded us there because of my Explorer status. And I just got a regular room, and we ended up in a 2-bedroom suite. One of them, the bathroom is big enough. They could have put 3 rooms in there, but that'll come out in the video. So now we use the remainder of the points. I think it was like 90,000 Hyatt points to book the Grand Hyatt. Now the Grand Hyatt's pretty nice. Huge convention space. We're right next to the Seattle Convention Center. And just in our room alone, I'm going to show you some views. Well, just the view. That is the view that we have here. So as you can see, parts of Seattle. showing you guys. We're up on the 27th floor. I don't know what building that is, but it's big. So just to show you, as a matter of fact, like Starbucks Reserve is somewhere up that way.
It's like a 7-minute walk.
So yeah, you know what? For me, I can't lie. Hyatt's a bit of a hit or a miss. Depending on the brand that you stay at, and depending on what it is that you're really trying to spend, or how you're really trying to stay, Hyatt can sometimes, be in and out. John, the funny thing is that the first day we got here, not only was it not sunny, it was beautifully
It was a perfect.
it was not cloudy, it was beautifully sunny. What would I suggest to be here for Seattle Adventures? Starbucks Reserve is actually an experience. I'm not a coffee drinker, but we went there today. We had a good time today doing that. I would suggest anybody visit that.
The Space Needle was amazing.
The what now?
The Space Needle.
The Space Needle. I actually put pictures of the views from the Space Needle in the Venture Capital Discord. You can look at those under travel. Just a couple of pictures. I have much more pictures to come. If you like rock music, the Museum of Pop Culture and they're all in that one area. And if you stay downtown, you can actually take the monorail, which is much cheaper than lifting and Ubering all over the place. We did the Underground Seattle tour, and
It's a negative.
yeah.
Don't waste your money.
If you like history,
Google it.
by all means, you can pretty much Google everything that you see there. Now, if you like quirky people, like our tour guide really made the whole experience for us. But if anyone explains the Underground Seattle tour as you seeing a city underground, they are lying to you, because that is not what you see. You literally go from one building's basement, you go above ground to another building's basement, because none of them are interconnected. So it's not like you have this city under a city. That's just not the way it goes.
Maybe it used to be that way, but
So Temp Travel. Temp Travel says heading to Woodinville, just outside of Seattle, a wine bottling town with over 100 tasting rooms. You know what? One thing I have noticed, they are about their wine here.
wine, coffee.
So I think you're probably gonna have a good time there if you haven't been before. If you have been, then you probably know you're gonna have a good
The
time.
marketplace.
We used to have Starbucks, I guess. I love coffee, prefer mom and pops. But John, to be honest with you, even though Starbucks is a mega behemoth here, there are actually quite a few
There's a lot
other
of coffee shops.
other coffee shops around here that you can feel free to try. So that's definitely a thing that you can do. You can actually come to Seattle, have a ton of coffee, and never, even though you're gonna walk past 11D7 Starbucks, never actually have Starbucks. So so where was I? 90,000 points for the Grand Hyatt. The Grand Hyatt's a great space. We have the Grand Access Room. So I'm gonna be putting out a video with the Club Access, where we have the lounge where they serve our free breakfast. They have a happy hour where we chilled out. It has business spaces. It's pretty nice, and it's up here on the 27th floor with us. So that's a good look. Another thing to do, there is I think it's the Bainbridge Island ferry was suggested to take the ferry across the sound over to Bainbridge Island, which I guess is supposed to be nice. They have day tours of Mount Rainier, which I found out last night is an actual active volcano, and people hope that it will not erupt in their lifetimes here. But it's 14,000 feet, so it's almost 3 miles up. So it is stunning in a backdrop. The Space Needle was, oh yeah, you can do a Seahawks game, a Mariners game, because when you come from SeaTac into Seattle proper, you actually pass both of the major stadiums that are there. So you can do that. The Pike Market?
Yeah.
the Pike Market where they throw the fish, and they have a lot of fresh food, fresh vendors there, fruits and nuts and dates and coffee and this and that and blah blah.
And there's that, what is that big thing called?
Oh, the Seattle Wheel. It's basically a Ferris wheel. So that's down
Right
by
by
the
the
water
water.
as well. I'm gonna try to lay out for video on the redemptions. Yeah, John, I'm gonna try to lay out the redemptions and actually package it in a video that's much better than this live nonsense that I'm just dribbling. Um, so yeah, so I'm gonna try to package that together to get you guys some hard numbers. But for the most part, like I said, we didn't try to do a max redemption. We literally just came out to have a good time, spend a couple days in Seattle, and so far I'm enjoying it. It's about between 40 and 50 degrees every day, so it's enough for a light jacket and a sweater. That's pretty much what I wear, and she obviously wears much less as her blood is much warmer or whatever and what have you. So but either way, she puts a jacket over those things before we go outside. So we're all good. The weather has not been terrible. As with most major cities, you're gonna have some homeless. There are some homeless, and there are some people here who could, well, maybe not homeless, but just could probably just use a solid bath. Um, what else is going on in Seattle? So we did Starbucks Reserve. The Space Needle was pretty cool. Pike Market was pretty cool. Just absorbing the surroundings of downtown. The streets are fairly easy to walk until you hit the hills.
The hell's her?
Some of the hills, the grades are like university level because they're high as hell. It's like you're fighting your way up this hill, and some of them you actually have to walk slow to go down. So like
Yeah, the
you
down
think to
part.
yourself, should it snow? Everybody's sliding down this thing. Like I wouldn't want to drive down it. But other than that, Seattle's pretty cool.
Survive.
So I shot a little video because I want to show you guys something, and then it's this. Apparently, in Seattle, they have pizza in vending machines.
It's called Slice.
I have no idea what that
No,
was
the
called.
vending machine was called Slice. Slices.
Okay, sliced micro pizza. By all means, look that up. I had that. I'm going to be putting a video out on that as well. So now the transportation is pretty easy. When we had to move with our bags, Uber and Lyfts were very plentiful. You get in, you get out. The city's laid out very well, so they will get you to point A from point A to point B fairly quickly. So if you come up here to enjoy it, by all means. Yeah, Matt, I, I, I don't know what I was going through, but even my wife was like, "You should not be eating vending machine pizza."
Not $10.
It was a $10 vending machine pizza. I was not drunk. I was not in danger of severe hunger. I did not lose all my faculties.
Just wanted to experience it.
I just wanted to do the experience, and uh, it's appropriate for certain occasions. It's just not appropriate for the one that I was in. Keith S says pizza in vending machines in a vending machine. It's a crime against humanity. Send them to the Hague.
There's like an oven in there or something.
Yeah, it actually comes out hot. You can no, you know what? You can actually choose if you want it cold or if you want it hot. I'm telling you, when I post this video, you'll see what I'm talking about. So, Abdullahi, I did it for the video, but I'm not gonna lie to you, I was actually kind of peckish, and I was lazy. And instead of going to the Starbucks, which was right next to it, where I could have got a snack, I decided to try a pizza. But yeah, not good. Yeah, Michael Stewart, I gotta spend this big time YouTube money. This big $112 I make a month. I have to. It's investing back into the business.
Content.
Yeah, I'm gonna be investing that in the toilet later. Though. So enough of my dark humor. I want to welcome new members to the channel, and I always get this guy's name wrong, and I want to make sure I pronounce his name correctly. And it's Tanjim. I think it's Tanjim Hawk. I want to say that's what it is, but I want to get his name right. So I have Tarius, Chad Pennycuff. Chad Pennycuff runs my Disney Vacation channel, my DVC channel. If you're into Disney vacations and you want to know all of the newest stuff that is going on with them, if you have a family that you want to take to the Disney resorts, you definitely want to check out his channel. As a matter of fact, let me see what I can do here. I think I may be able to. He has a channel. I don't know why. Let's see here, because I want to put it in the I want to put it in the chat. Here it is. I'm going to put it in the chat here because, you know, I like to share all of this goodness. But no, there's no about. Why is that not a thing? Here, I'll do this. Copy and paste. All right, so yeah, if you want to look at Disney stuff, by all means, you can look at that. Luke, thanks you for testing the vending machine pizza. Yeah, I did. It was.
Yeah, I thought you said it wasn't that bad.
I think I would have felt better testing it had I had a couple of drinks in me. It was late at night. I want to stave off a horrible hangover. That is definitely a great thing if you can find a spot downtown.
Like college.
Colleges, you know, some of these bingo halls, you know, those grannies get crazy. You know, they have their hot toddies and get wild. You know, you can do those things as well. So that's what those things are for. Also, you want to check out Matt Clausen's video about his disappointment with Wells Fargo. Unfortunately, I must say, in the interest of being honest, I have to say I haven't watched it yet because I've been legitimately vacationing, but I will be watching it. I too am disappointed with Wells Fargo, with the fact that there was an issue where people thought it was a rumor, but it was them who printed on their communications with their customers to expect transfer partners by November 15th. And they didn't do this on November 1st, they didn't do it on November 7th. This was well ahead in advance into October that they were doing this. In September, they were doing this because literally getting to the getting the autograph card was something that I totally I got that because in anticipation for the transfer partners to see competition in the space. And now all of a sudden, just out of the blue, November, you know, the clock hit zero. Now all of a sudden it's December 10th. Meanwhile, there is a transfer partner. There's a transfer partner infrastructure already in place with the Built card, which is administered by Wells Fargo, but whatever. I'm not a part of their corporate team, so it is what it is. Can we leave Yelp reviews about the pizza crime? I mean, by all means. It wasn't the worst. It just wasn't appropriate for the situation. I shouldn't have had it for that situation. That was just not smart of me. So, okay, let's see here. What else we got in the chat? Where's Josh? Oh, Josh? I think Josh Giebel? Oh yeah, Josh Giebel's from here. He sure is. Pizza vending machine, cast iron stomach. Let's see. Luke, thanks you for testing pizza. Is Luke live right now? Is that what we got going on? Reminder like the meetup. Ravenous, you're saying meetup. Meetup with who? Where? To do what? Let me know something. Let me go back here. Let's go back here because I'm trying to. I think Josh lives in DC. Yeah, Josh lives in DC. I think Matt Welter's tied up. Really specific question. Can you? Okay, can you add employee cards to Amex business cards if those so-called employees are under the age of 18? Yes and no. You can if they're under the age of 18 because the minimum age to hold a card is 13. You can't if said employee is under the age of 13 because when you add them as an employee card, you are still responsible for the account, but they should be able to get one as long as they are over the age of 13 and under the age of 18 because you are ultimately responsible for their business expenditures. Chad's been cheating on Mary with Hyatt. Yeah, I sure do. I status matched that from MGM, and then I also cheated on Marriott with Hilton, because that Hilton 1000, I'm telling you guys, it's a beast. It is an absolute beast. When am I flying through Atlanta again? The next time I'll be
All
through
the time.
Atlanta is that I know for sure is early January. I think second week of January. I'll actually be there for the day. So I'll be there not only flying through, but I'll just be hanging out. I think I'll be over at the Renaissance. So we got that. Anthony is not around. He has people in town. So I literally took 3 or 4 opportunities to try to make the live work in order to go live to kind of fill the void because people are used to seeing something. They just weren't used to seeing all the failure that I had to actually get this live stream going. Because it was there was a lot of failure. It just the room started to smell like sweat and failure. So let's see here. Let's see what we got here. I wonder what happens when you do that. Okay, maybe nothing. Okay, so we got. Let me just double check to make sure I didn't miss anybody in the live. Tampa. Nope. Got you. And Dugross, I hope you heard the answer to the question. We still have to make it to the are we going to the original Starbucks
Yes.
as well? Okay, so we've been to Reserve. Reserve is actually really nice. 15,000 square feet. They have the tills, their beans. They do the roasting and the sifting and the separating, and they have all
Two
the
bars.
food and 2 bars
Cafes.
and the cafes
And the shopping.
and the shopping things
All inside.
all inside. So they have all that good stuff. All right, so let's see here. Waiting on my last rental status match. Wondering what Enterprise will give me. Okay, we have that. Chad, do you use a VPN when traveling? I got my card hacked when I didn't use a VPN in the Hilton. I've actually been looking at picking one up because there's a Norton VPN. When I bought my Remarkable tablet, I actually got an email saying that I could use it for 6 months, and I was definitely going to do that, especially for my international travel that I have set in January. So I'm going to actually institute it. I didn't do it before I came on this trip, which I should have, but I'm going to make it my business to do so. Sorry for wiping my nose so much. Like, for some reason, it just keeps itching. So yeah, definitely, I'm going to be putting on. I have 6 months free of Norton VPN from Best Buy. I have to just look at the email and set everything up. So I'm gonna set it up for me and the wife so we could use our phones and computers without any sort of risk of hacks or infiltration. So like I said, Dugar's reports. I hope you got the answer to the question that you have about the employee cards for your Amexes, especially since Amex likes to run, pick up employee cards or authorized user cards and spend on them, and then we'll give you like a mini sub. Okay, so Michael Stewart asks, what's the plan of action if a card is closed by an issuer? Well, first things first, for me personally, if it's a card that I'm actively using, first thing you got to do is call the issuer. Because in some cases, if said card is closed, they can actually reopen it on the fly without any sort of inquiry or anything like that, especially if it's closed in error. Now, how often does that happen? Not terribly often. But if it does, you can still find out. Who knows? There might be some sort of name validation or anything that may have caused it, but you can find out and you can simply clear it up. They'll probably just need some sort of identification verification or anything like that. If they close it because you haven't used it or anything like that, you may be able to talk them into it to reopen it. But if you're not using the card anyway, it really shouldn't hurt per se, except for your utilization, because now you have less available credit. But just like Keith S. said, the very first most important thing you need to know is, why did they close it? Was it a fraud closure? Was it a closure for non-use? Was it a closure because you have an issuer that has communal credit limits like Chase? When I got some of my Chase cards, they actually readjusted the limit on some of my other Chase cards in order to accommodate me. The same thing happened with my autograph card. And as a matter of fact, same thing happened with my Hilton card. They took some of the airtime off my Delta Blue in order to accommodate my Hilton. So that's pretty much it. Yeah, for inactivity, if you call, you definitely want to see if there's something that can be done. If it's like within 30 days, if they can reopen it for another billing cycle, if there's some sort of promise to spend or something like that, I would definitely talk to an agent about that. Okay, so Duras says, yes, I put them on my wife's Blue business, but when I try to activate them, it won't let me. So is it giving you a reason why it won't activate them? Because with all things being considered, my brother has all of his kids. Well, actually, his one son, he has a couple of kids, but his one son who is over 13, he has all of his American Express cards with no problem whatsoever. So, by all means, let me know why they are not giving up the goods, because as long as they're over 13, you have the account, it should satisfy all the purposes here. Call Me Lonnie. Hey, you guys, you got to check out Call Me Lonnie's channel. New to the creator space. I checked out his stuff. He's been doing points travel and redemption travel for, I think it's like over a decade. You definitely want to check him out. What's up, Lonnie? Thank you for coming through. I appreciate you coming through, showing love in the chat. So we are here. As a matter of fact, let me see. Can I do that? Let's see here. If you guys want to check him out, do I have that? Yeah, that's it. Here, I'm gonna put his travel strategy and finance. I'm gonna put his channel in the chat. By all means, control. Oh yeah. There you go. If you want to check out Call Me Lonnie's channel, by all means, please hit that link. It's got some good stuff there. Good videos. And he is a United loyalist, which is actually very new to me. I don't know a lot of United loyalists. So definitely that's something that you want to look into. See, I know that about him because I actually watch his videos. I swear to God, you guys, I literally watch everything. So, okay, Duras is saying that they must be 18. Wow. Maybe you know what? His cards that he has are personal cards. The personal cards do allow for his 17-year-old son to get them. But how? I'll look into that. I'll definitely look into that. Maybe they have something different governing their business cards, but we'll have to see. All right. Oh, and also another thing, Dugar's Reports. I'm going to be showcasing Dugar's Reports because he put out a video that I hope people will remember. He put out a bit of a challenge, a quarter for the last quarter, and I am feverishly trying to earn my 250,000 points and try to outline exactly how I did them so that I can come back to you guys in January with my year 2 review of the Platinum card and to show you whether I got those 250,000 points in the last quarter of 2023. See, like I said, I watch everything. Keith S. asks, any tips for end of the year card planning pickup? Double dipping pickup statuses before or after the new year. For that, if you have normally I would say travel, but travel gets to be really hectic at the end of the year, and frankly, these companies get just short of gouging for this. So, I mean, the card pickups, I would say, if like in my case, before the end of the year, I may or may not have an Aspire in order to retain my diamond status because I may fall short because being a free agent means that I stayed at a lot of different hotels. So, each one ticks up slowly instead of me just clamping one down and then moving on to the next. So I may or may not have an Aspire because I'm in the hunt for lifetime diamond status with Hilton. So at this point, as far as pickups for statuses, because I'm answering the question in reverse, anything that you are close to that they can guarantee you that the next status year will be included in your status that you get, do it. Like, for instance, Delta. Delta, if you get status towards the end, or at least get very close to it with your rollover miles, that will actually jumpstart you into status by January 31st, which is the end of the status year. So that's as far as statuses. Double dipping. If I don't even want to suggest Wells Fargo now because they've already let me down. They've already embarrassed me. Because I would say then definitely the active cash autograph pickup. If you can do that in order to shore up all of those Wells Fargo points to expend either for cash back, it's a flat 1% cash back. And the best thing about some of these Wells Fargo cards, you just put them in the ATM and get your cash in hand, Johnny on the spot, right then and there. In an emergency, you can do all of that. So that for double dipping, obviously also Rakuten, Rakuten, Rakuten. If you are ordering online and it's not from Amazon, it's your Prime Amazon Visa card or your Prime Amex Business card, definitely you want to use portals. They are running all sorts of deals, period, point blank. Don't forget also, it is November the 19th today. You have a month and a half to use your Saks $50 credit that you have on a platinum card if you still have it. Also, you can still buy your gift card with your Hilton cards in order to use that credit as well. So let's see here. That's a double dipping. And my end of the year planning pickup, I guess I answered that with the Aspire, potentially. I don't know yet, but if I do get it, I'll definitely let you guys know. So hopefully that answered those questions. Let me do this. Where's do not disturb? Okay. Now I'm back. Okay. Dugaraj reports his link has been put in the chat by my moderator Keith S. Actually, John was a moderator too. I guess he must have headed out. All right. Andrea Charles asked, "Do I prefer Hilton over Marriott?" Honestly, for long stays, for like when I go to work on contracts, I feel more comfortable staying in a Hilton for not a Hilton, sorry. I stay more comfortable staying in a Marriott for an extended period of time on long stays. I find that for vacation, when I'm trying to do it big, when I'm trying to impress the wife or have a great time in something very luxe, I think I get better value from the Hilton properties because while the Marriott luxury properties are very, very nice, I stayed at the if you guys get a chance, look up the Beverly Hills SLS Luxury. That hotel is sick. I stayed there when we got married. One of the most wonderful Marriotts I've ever stayed at. But I prefer the Hilton luxury brands better. And then if you can have a Park Hyatt, that's number one. Just totally number one. So we stayed at the Park Hyatt in Manhattan. It was just beyond. But I would rank them in value if you can get the Park Hyatt for points. Number one, always period, point blank. If you're gonna pay cash, Hilton, number one. All in all luxury, I mean, Marriott does rank very high. Them and the Park Hyatt are like neck and neck. So you have some luxe properties, and we also stayed at the JW Marriott in San Francisco, and that was fantastic. I've stayed at a lot of places. All right, and Keith S is letting you know Amex Business Dell $200 credit double dips. Okay, man, Chad. Okay, John, you're still here. Good. Southwest Companion Pass should be done after New Year. Now, the only reason I don't report on Southwest is because I don't fly them. I've never been on a Southwest plane. I've never checked in. I actually just watched Luke's video on credit card transfer bonuses, and he was talking about JetBlue, how a lot of card carriers have bonuses for JetBlue. I used to exclusively fly JetBlue until I went the Delta route. And one thing I like about his channel is because he's like, look, I might be ignorant because I've never flown them. They don't have routes. That's the same thing with me in Southwest. I don't go anywhere on Southwest. So I tend not to report on them, just like I don't report on City Cards because they hate me. I don't really say anything about the Venture X because they've cursed my name and any more unborn children I may have. So, I try to just stay in my lane there, but I appreciate that one, Keith. I don't have an Amex business card either. Yeah, I did hear that they're devaluing the points, John. Let's see what we got here. Call Me Lonnie says, I lived in a Park Hyatt Chicago for like 2 months. 2 months? A few years back for a work project. Park Hyatt. What kind of job you got? I mean, if I get to live in Park Hyatts, I know you probably love that. I love a Park Hyatt. Bucket list. I want to stay at the Park Hyatt Abu Dhabi. They have these villas with infinity pools and they're just beyond. All right, let's see here. John says Southwest is devaluing the points. Yeah, I definitely heard about that. I'm sorry to hear. I was hanging out with Spencer. Was it last weekend? And he flies Southwest a lot. So that sucks for him and others that fly it. All right, so we have that. We got that. Let's see what else is going on. We're just making sure and also shout out to and salute to Anthony Venture. Normally he would have much more interesting stuff for you guys to watch, but unfortunately, he has somebody in town, so he's being a good host. And let's see, I'm popping on the YouTube now to see if anybody else is live. Yeah, still gotta watch. Looks like Matt Welter just dropped a hotel ranking video. Constantino's Points is giving you an update to his collection. Anthony Venture, even though he's not live, did put out a video about how the Amex Platinum could have saved somebody's life. And if you speak Spanish, you definitely want to check out Cesar Joel. CJ out in the world, out in Puerto Rico. He's doing a video about the Chase of Freedom Unlimited. Now, just in case you are new here, just in case you don't know me, I love to really hype up new creators. Abdullahi World just did a video that he had me check out, his latest video, one of the best videos that he's done. He's actually stepped up his mic game. His sound comes through very crisp, very clear, and I'm definitely seeing some maturation in his channel, so you want to check that out as well. Let's see here. South of Divine, make a good one. Wait for it. What did you think about the Anthony stream with RJ? I like RJ. Here's the thing. RJ Financial, you meet him in person, there is not a lot of variation to who you see on online. Great conversationalist. Just a good guy, man. He's just he's a really nice guy, very smart too. And when I say he knows his stuff, he knows his stuff. Yeah, RJ is definitely a good guy. And as you can see there, Abdullahi World, his channel has just dropped into the chat. I'm just trying to give you guys some updates as to what is going on YouTube in the credit space. Oh, by the way, 1 day ago, this one I did not manage to catch. I haven't catched it yet. I will. But Duke Ross Reports actually did a live Ask Me Anything. Went for an hour and 13 minutes yesterday. I was dealing with the time change, so I didn't really I didn't get to see it, but I will watch it eventually because, like I said, that's my thing. I watch everything. So, all right. So we talked about Seattle. We're here at the Grand Hyatt. I'm gonna be putting videos out on all of this stuff. I just wanted to reach out, talk to everybody, because now it should be just after 5 p.m. East Coast, and that's where most of the people I talk to live. I got some Central Time people like John and Abdullahi, and I don't think I have any West Coast people on here. I think Keith is in Florida with me, but for the most part, everybody's pretty much on the East Coast. But what else is there? No, I don't think there's anything else. Just in case anyone didn't see the nonsense, this nonsense here is why I couldn't go live. My stupid video capture card to my stupid cable and my stupid camera and my stupid plug-in video. My stupid plug-in battery. Like literally everything failed all at once. But let's see here. My wallet game. Oh man, I think that was a gift from one of my kids. I think that was a gift from my oldest daughter. I used to have one of those ones with the Apple tag thing, and it was a clip and some such business. Yeah, Keith. You're in New York. Yo, out here at 4:45, legit. It's dark. It is like dark. So if it's dark over there, I absolutely I get it. But out here it's like it's ridiculous. 4:45. Like those pictures that I put in the Discord, that was just about the time that it was. It was just ridiculous. If you need a new wallet, John, I think Anthony's doing an extra giveaway on one of his feeds. I don't do sponsors, so they don't really talk to me because I just ignore their emails. But this is about it. I'm not going to hold you guys up any longer. So, I mean, not counting the first couple of lives, really this has been 30 minutes because I was really just terrible the first 3 times I tried to do it. So, yeah, I just wanted to give you guys an update about Seattle, how much fun it has been. I'm here just looking through YouTube stuff, and then also just want to come out and talk to you guys. Anything, am I getting anything for Black Friday? Not really.
That you haven't already bought yourself?
Yeah, I got stuff already. I don't think, do we need anything for Black Friday?
Does anyone need anything from Black Friday?
No, I won't be getting anything for Black Friday. Unless something catches my eye, and who knows? Maybe somebody might end up with a bottle of Baccarat Rouge. Who knows? I spoil her. But that is about it, you guys. I'm not going to hold you any further. I appreciate you guys coming through. I appreciate you, John, for the super chat. It will definitely go to the live camera feed fund because it was a hot ghetto mess at the at first. So yeah, okay, Ravenous, yeah, I hear that. Yeah, I don't want to go on and on like try to think of stuff to talk about instead of just just keeping it organic. Abdullahi, I knew you'd appreciate what it is that I said. Yeah, Baccarat maybe on the radar. I just picked up some Bond fragrances, and I have my eye on a couple of Creed fragrances. But that's something that we will talk about later privately on the Discord because I know that you're into that stuff as well. All right. Much appreciated, John. Thank you guys so much for joining the live. And I'm going to say it like I always say it. You could have been anywhere else, but you decided to be here. Every single one of you is a milestone. I appreciate you because without you, there is no me. There is no Chad's Money Minutes. And by the way, we're just under 3,500 subscribers, so I'm pretty happy about this. You guys take it easy, and when you go live, just expect that I might be able to slide in, huh?
You ever wish you happy birthday?
You want everybody to know that? Okay.
So that I'm 21 again.
She's turning, the wife will be 21 here. So if everybody could do me a favor, before we leave, can you please
No, don't. You don't have to type
Judge.
happy birthday.
Do not commit another pizza crime and buy a vending machine pizza.
No, we won't do that again. I don't know why he did that.
So if you guys could wish her a happy birthday, it would be very much so appreciated. She's very happy and we're celebrating in Seattle. All right, you guys. John said I'm robbing the cradle. Oh, John, you now have a fan. She's just as much of a fan of you as she is with Luke. By the way, as a homage to Luke's points and miles, if you guys stayed all the way to the end, I appreciate you and thank you. I just don't have the music. I don't even want to hum it because I'll get it wrong. But all right, you guys, take it easy. Everybody says happy birthday. Caesar Joel, I was just talking about you. Everybody says happy birthday.
Thank you.
All right, you guys, we are going to head out. You take it easy. Be blessed. I appreciate you.